Welcome to our dinner bell, everybody. Today is about something that we take for granted, and that is a beautiful fish known as cod. All we think about when it comes to cod is frying it. It is great. Why? Because in the frying process, it has such a dense meat texture, such a nice large flakes that holds well, and that's why it's such a great frying fish. But there is so much more to do with it. This is called, I call it a steamed cod. Whenever we think about steaming, it's always vegetables. What's wrong with doing something that is protein, vegetable, sauce, all together in one pan? And that's what I'm going to share with you. We're going to take this cod, we're going to top it with some beautiful aromatics and also flavors such as capers and olives and artichoke and fresh herbs. And then we're going to create a medley of vegetables in the pan, in the base of it, as a platform. So while they're cooking, they're holding the fish above the liquid and they are infusing your sauce. So you're going to have the sauce, the vegetables, the starch, and the protein all in one pan. One canvas, all those colors. So when we come back, I'm going to show you exactly how this is done. Stay with me. Don't you go anywhere. From me. Welcome back, everybody. You heard we're going to do the steamed cod. Great. But now you're going to see how it all comes together. First, we're going to create the platform. You have a nice, very thin baby carrot, and we're going to cut it in a bias. Bias means when you cut it in an angle, so it gives you a different topography than a flat piece of carrot in a pan. So there's our carrot. Pick it up, turn it, remove knife, set it right there. Potato, we're going to cut last, because if you cut it too soon, it's going to oxidize on you, and then you got to worry about getting a bowl of water, putting it in the water, so on and so forth. Next, we have some beautiful fennel, a bulb of fennel. We're going to take the stems, place it in the cutting board, and closest to the round bulb or the bulge right there, you cut down. This is never thrown away. This is kept, and you're going to make a stock with it later. But wait a minute, one of the only vegetables that gives you herbs, aromatic, and gives you vegetables. So use it here. We're going to dice this in our sauce and over the fish. Some of these that I need, I'm going to just cut and leave it there on the cutting board. And this I can set aside. This baby is going to be put together and it's going to go sit over here. Why? That plate is going to go somewhere else. These ingredients are going to go somewhere else. Now, quickly, we're going to hold, look at this, how this is rolling. Take a little bit of the end off, and now your fennel is sitting straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm good with that. That's enough right now. So we're going to put the fennel here, and those bigger pieces or the thicker pieces are going to go over here with this fennel, and you're going to see why. Next, bell pepper. I have a red one that cooks very quick. Cut it in half, grab the stem, pull it in towards you, and it's going to come right off. The seeds are removed. This one I don't need, and we're going to cut this in nice long shreds. This is going to go over here. The end of this one I'm going to use, and it's going to go over here. Why? It's going to go somewhere else. You're going to have a beautiful green, very pungent in flavor, but takes a long time to cook. So we're going to take a half of that also. Now, you may say, wait a minute, what do I do with the other half? You don't worry about that at home. You use the whole thing. I'm only doing this because I want to manifest and show you the day. Again, grab the stem, pull it towards you. It removes, and look at those seeds there. Tap it, remove the seeds, and let's do the same thing. This time, instead of cutting it this way, let's cut it this way. That's like just the beautiful topography of your yard when you're doing it during spring. You choose different plants, different sizes, different colors to go with each other. Got a little bit of red onion here. We want to do that. As a matter of fact, I had this. That sits right here. That sits right here. Garlic, bring it over. And look what we're gonna do. With the back of the knife, not the sharp part. You smash it first, then you go and you chop it. This is not gonna go over here. This is gonna go over here. And we're gonna take one more garlic and we're just gonna slice very thin. Paper thin, and that's gonna sit right over the onions. We have the majority of the ingredients set up and ready. 1 teaspoon of capers, few olives. Don't carry the knife like this at home. I can do that because I'm the chef. And 1 or 2 artichokes whole. Rough chop them, that way the blade of your Cuisinart or your processor can catch it. Otherwise, you're always going to be fighting. Some of them get really mushy, the others don't get grabbed by the blade at all. Pick everything up and go in this plate. So now you know where this plate is going to go. It's going to go in the chopper. This one right here. Everything you have here, you have a little bit of it over here, and it's going to go in the processor. So let me process it for you. Come with me here. All these babies go in this little processor that I have at home as well, not only here at the cooking school, but I love it. Why? Because it allows me to use just a little bit. It's in there, and then let's see what we're gonna do. Clean my hand, pulse it. We're gonna come over here and bring this baby over to our fish. Put my glove on and see what we're gonna do. The few pieces of fennel are gonna go here, and then we're gonna bring this beautiful ingredient and place it right over the fish. If you think this is too much for you, put a little bit less. I love it. I just love this thing to steam. All of those ingredients that have been chopped up and they're releasing their water content, due to the heat of the steaming, they're gonna release, they're gonna go right through your fish, and your fish is just going to be an explosion of flavor. So, we have this nice and crusted. Now imagine you didn't want to do it this way. Just imagine you had all of your fish done like this, and you drizzle some olive oil on it and some breadcrumbs, and you put it under your broiler. Now you have a broiled fish. I mean, there's so many different ways you can do the same thing. So now that my fish is ready, my main actor has gone to acting school and is dressed, ready for the part. Now what I need to do is bring the supporting cast and create a stage for the main actor to act on and to play the part. So come with me quickly and let me start the heating process. The top is, this is your steamer. It's a frying pan with a lid, that's it. You don't need to worry about buying a steamer. Even though if you do want to buy one, I'll take you somewhere later in one of my shows that I'm gonna show you how it's done. But quickly, the potatoes, gonna slice them very thin. And we're gonna grab a little bit of olive oil. And we're gonna put the potatoes in there. Then we're gonna bring all these plates over. Put all the fennel, all the carrots, all the bell peppers, all the sliced garlic, and everything in there. Before we do anything anymore, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt, not much. A little bit of black pepper, not much. A little bit of white pepper. A dash of Worcestershire sauce, or you saw that, how little that was? Let it do its thing. When we come back, I'm gonna put the fish on there, we're gonna start the cooking process, and we're gonna create a pan sauce. So don't go anywhere. I gotta clean this mess up. I don't have somebody cleaning it for me, right? What else do you want from me? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to our dinner bell. It's very close to the dinner being served. You remember the medley of the ingredients that we put in that pan, and look how they're steaming and they're starting to sweat due to the fact that the lid was on it? That's what sweating is all about. Let's go over here and work on something that we always take for granted, but we all love: tomatoes. You see the core over there, and you have one of these peelers, and a lot of times you don't know why you have those or why you have these teeth. Your thumb sits right in there, and the tip of the peeler goes in there. Now these teeth are sharp enough to do the following. Don't remove your thumb, keep it there. Hold the peeler, turn the tomato. That's why that's there, so it takes the core out for you. Now, with the same thing back here, what you can do is you can either cross it with this teeth and then blanch it, remove the skin, or do what we're gonna do right now and get my knife and show you what this is gonna be done. You first cut it in half. Look, both fingers on both sides, knife down until it hits the board, bring it towards you. And as you do, twist your wrist a little bit. Now you have a half tomato. Then you do the same here, and you do quarters, and you do quarters. Let me get this babies out of your way so I can show you exactly what I'm trying to do. Now everybody, this is the part that I want all of you to see. You take the tip of the knife, you place it right there, and you shave a little bit, and look how this tomato is sticking out. Now your job is to push this tomato down and come straight back. Now you have a leaf of tomato here. And you're gonna see why. Why did you do that, chef? I'm gonna show you exactly why. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing. That's 3. And the 4th one more time. You're gonna slide it very gently until you get to the seeds. Look how it's standing. Push it down. And then just keep your knife flat and horizontal to the board and come to the back. And there you go. Now you're gonna bring all of these together, the seeds and the flesh. You're gonna chop these up. We're gonna pick these, and we're gonna go inside this magic right here. The next thing we're gonna do is, we're not going to leave these tomatoes like these. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let the skin side be down, and we're gonna do with the tip of the knife, look, bring it back. And now you have these beautiful bâtonnets of tomato. You can do this, but it's never gonna give you the same result. You can do anything any way you wish. It's just that there's some ways that is a little bit easier and you have more control. Now, if you don't do it exactly like this now, this time the tomato police is not gonna arrest you either, so don't worry, you're good. Why am I doing this? Because I'm gonna make you a beautiful, crunchy, refreshing salad of basil, tomato, and olives, all that are existing in that pan, but in a raw form. So when you have this beautiful fish cooking in that flavor and in that moisture, you're gonna have this salad done. Now, This spatula is going to be our main tool here. We're going to increase temperature to a high. We're going to grab this spatula. Look at what I do here. I'm not going to try to pick this up and bring this over here. This is what you do. Look, you put the spatula underneath. You bring the plate into the pan. You slide the fish on the vegetables. You don't try to pick it up and bring it here and flip it, like that. That's the way you pick it up and you just bring it down. So there's the fish. You remember we added a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on that. Now we're gonna do the same, but this time that was just to create a paste. This is over the entire fish. Little bit of black pepper on this. We're gonna drizzle a little bit of chicken broth in there or fish broth if you have it. And last but not least, your beautiful white wine. The fish is not sitting in liquid. The fish is only steaming. Wow, what just happened? Put the lid on it and let that magic happen. Now come with me in the refrigerator for a moment because I want to show you something. And that is, how do we keep and maintain herbs? This is how. You have a glass of water with basil sitting in it, and then you have a Ziploc or a self-closing bag over it, bottom open. So why? The moisture get trapped to a certain extent, but at the same time, it has room to escape. But look at the stems, everybody, sitting in water. And before I put the stems in there, I cut the ends. So the stems now absorbing the liquid, and these leaves are nice and firm. This is the reason why. There's our basil. And here's the Italian parsley. Italian parsley, I don't use Italian parsley because I love Italian food, and that is the main focus and the Mediterranean. It just is robust in flavor. It's very intense in flavor. So let's use it. And let me get this out of your way so you can see the board. Now, we're gonna take one stem of the basil. We're gonna take only the leaves and be generous with it. And a lot of times you wonder, oh, I don't like to buy fresh herbs, chef, because I don't know what to do with the leftover. Freeze it, freeze it. So what? Because you're gonna either cook with it, but next time, remember, if you're gonna make a caprese salad and you want fresh basil, you can't use the frozen one. Because the frozen one is gonna still have the flavor, but it's not gonna have the integrity of the look and the fresh green that you're looking for. So now, we're gonna put this together, look, in half, cut it, put the other half on top of another one, and tip of the knife down. Tip of the knife is never moving. The minute the tip of the knife gets off the board, you have the entire surface, the entire blade of the knife to worry about. When the tip is down, there's only so much chance of cutting yourself. Let me get a quick bowl, and then I'm gonna make you a quick, wonderful salad. Look at this right here. Tomatoes go in here. I'm not even paying attention to my fish right now. The fish is gonna do its thing. The basil goes in here. But that is not a tomato salad. It is not. It's a basil salad. And few of the olives. Just for natural salt right there, because it's brined. One more component here is what? The parsley. I'm gonna take only few leaves of the parsley, hold it, and just pull the leaves off. Leave it whole. That's topography, that's height, that's volume that you're looking for. You don't want to chop that too, otherwise your salad is going to be very flat. When we come back, the magnificent fish is going to be magnificent and ready. The salad is going to be ready, and it's time to plate, and it's time to drool. But just drool responsibly. I love you. Don't you dare go anywhere. Welcome back. I haven't seen you for 2 minutes, and God knows I've missed you. So let's see what has happened here. Look at this baby. The fish is ready. But the only thing that we need to do is this time, we're gonna go underneath the fish, we're gonna pick it up, and we're gonna place it on a plate to rest for a moment. And I'm going to show you why. Now, increase temperature and create a beautiful emulsification of these ingredients that have been the platform for that fish to sit on. The potato is done to perfection. Quickly, the nice salad, drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Don't need much salt. Squeeze of lemon juice. And you're gonna toss. There's a beautiful, beautiful salad of basil, tomato, Italian, parsley, and olives. Look at this. All the veggies that have cooked beautifully. Your beautiful cod that's going to sit on top. And last but not least, your gorgeous salad. My hands are clean, okay? There is nothing else that can make this dish great except a nice glass of wine. A beautiful Sauvignon Blanc with its nice citrus would go great, or just a glass of sparkling water, or whatever you wish. Just remember, it's been sprinkled with a lot of love and it's been cooked just for you. Use it, go to my app, download it, use these recipes, and always remember, cook with love, manifest your love for life through food, and cook because it's all about getting back to the table. I'll see you next week.